Sylvester Stallone just did something Hollywood never saw coming. Jimmy Kimmel thought he could take a few cheap shots at Stallone and walk away unscathed. Big mistake. Stallone didn't just clap back, he obliterated Kimmel's reputation. And trust me, Kimmel felt every hit. This isn't just about a celebrity feud, it's about how late-night TV has become a mouthpiece for Hollywood's elite, pushing one-sided narratives while shutting down real discussions. But Stallone? He wasn't having any of it. Let's break down how Stallone exposed the hypocrisy of late-night hosts and why Kimmel's career may never recover. It all began when Jimmy Kimmel, known for his snarky humor, took a shot at Stallone over his support for Donald Trump.
Nobody in the world could have pulled off what he pulled off, so I'm in.
Now, whether or not you like Trump, one thing's for sure, mocking someone just for having different political views. That's a low blow. But Kimmel didn't stop there. During one of his monologues, Kimmel mocked Stallone's recent praise of Trump.
When George Washington defended his country, he had no idea that he was going to change the world. Guess what? We got the second George Washington. Congratulations!
Sarcastically saying, George Washington was the father of our country. Donald Trump is the father of Eric. Big difference. Ouch. The implication? That Stallone was either out of touch or blindly praising Trump without thinking. And then, Kimmel went even lower. He mocked Stallone's intelligence, joking that years of playing Rocky must have damaged his brain. I guess those punches Rocky took to the head were real after all. Think about that. He wasn't just joking about politics, he was mocking a Hollywood legend who built his career inspiring millions with the Rocky films.
I guess those punches Rocky took to the head were real after all. George Washington was the father of our country. Donald Trump is the father of Eric. Big difference.
Bad move, Jimmy. At first it seemed like just another night of Kimmel trying to stay relevant. But here's where he messed up. He underestimated Stallone. Instead of ignoring it, Stallone did what only he could do. He took to social media and fired back with the perfect mix of humor, sarcasm, and brutal honesty. He started his response with that classic Stallone charm. Okay, my big muscular friend, I saw you the other night on Jimmy Kimmel kinda making fun of me. Does it bother me? Nah. Does it burn into my memory like a horrible scar? Nah. Well, maybe just a little bit. Right away you could tell he wasn't mad, he was just disappointed. And when a guy like Stallone calls you out like that, you know you messed up. Then came the knockout punch. Stallone flipped the joke on Kimmel and delivered a hilarious roast of his own.
Okay, my big muscular friend, I saw you the other night on Jimmy Kimmel, kind of making fun of me.
I have decided to write a sequel for you called Stop, or Your Grandmother Will Beat Your Ass. This was brilliant. Not only did he turn Kimmel's joke against him, but he referenced a film Kimmel had previously mocked, turning the tables completely. But Stallone wasn't just trying to be funny, he was making a bigger point. Stallone exposed what's wrong with Hollywood's late-night hosts. They've become predictable, unoriginal, and desperate for laughs. And it gets worse. In later interviews, Stallone took things a step further. He talked about something that's been eating away at Hollywood for years, the growing culture of censorship. Stallone called it out directly. Hollywood used to be about pushing limits. Now it feels like the limits are shrinking. If you don't follow the script, you're out.
Grabbing life by the seat of the pants, going with your gut instinct, is over. For example, when Rocky would never be made today.
And here's the real kicker. He even said some of his classic films wouldn't be made today because of all the censorship. This hit home for a lot of people. He wasn't just talking about himself. He was talking about how Hollywood silences anyone who doesn't fit their narrative. And when news surfaced that Kimmel's team tried to invite Stallone on the show, only if they controlled the conversation, Stallone shut it down immediately. His response? I don't need to stage a conversation to get my point across. If we can't have a real dialogue, then what's the point? Boom, game over. If Kimmel thought he was going to come out of this looking like the smart one, he was sorely mistaken.
Nah. Does it bother me? Nah. Is it burnt into my memory like a horrible scar? Nah. Well, maybe just a little bit.
The internet immediately picked sides, and Team Stallone was winning. Fans flooded social media praising Stallone for standing his ground. One viral tweet summed it up perfectly. Jimmy Kimmel can joke all he wants, but Stallone built Hollywood classics. He deserves better than this. Meanwhile, Kimmel's ratings took a hit as people started questioning whether late-night TV even mattered anymore. Think about it. With audiences flocking to podcasts, YouTube, and independent media, scripted talk shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live are starting to feel outdated. Meanwhile, Stallone, he was thriving. His reality show, The Family Stallone, was blowing up. Unlike the scripted nonsense on late-night TV, this show actually gave fans a real look at Stallone as a father, a husband, and just an all-around down-to-earth guy. The clips from the show were all over TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, with fans sharing their favorite Stallone moments. People weren't just watching, they were loving it. One fan wrote, "Stallone is the real deal. Hollywood needs more discussion. It's about pushing a narrative, and audiences are getting tired of it. That's why podcasts and independent media are taking over. People don't want 5-minute scripted sound bites. They want depth, they want honesty, they want authenticity. And when Kimmel tried to take down Stallone, it backfired spectacularly. Instead of making Stallone look foolish, he made himself look petty. At the end of the day, this wasn't just about Stallone versus Kimmel. It was about something bigger. It was about how Hollywood and late-night TV have become predictable, censored, and out of touch. Meanwhile, Stallone proved that real authenticity beats manufactured controversy every single time. So what do you think? Is late-night TV dying, and did Stallone just land the knockout punch that finally exposed it? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. We'll see you next time.